And so, Leon, we'll get straight into it. First and foremost, welcome to Oxford City Football Club. How are you feeling to be sat here today?
No, I'm really excited. I've been introduced with a really warm welcome, so I can't wait to get started.
And we will be getting started with a very exciting season. It is a really exciting time to be part of Oxford City Football Club, and you'll be taking our women's team forward from now on. How much do you know about Oxford City and the challenges that lie ahead?
I think I've had a really nice period of time to be able to look at, what we have at the moment and some of the really positives of how things are structured, how things are existingly in place. So I think it's really nice to have that period of understanding, and that period of understanding will continue within my first few weeks, but also then to build on what we have.
And as well, there would have been a lot of applicants for this job. It's quite a sought after job, and to be given the role, it must be really a good thing for you.
No, immensely proud, and I think again it's just about showing the team how good we can be, and not necessarily me being showing off how good I am, but more so it's going to be how the team can be as a unit and how I can help bring them together.
Tell me about Lyon, the manager. Everyone goes on about their coaching sort of mantras and the way they want to play. Tell us about your style.
First and foremost, I believe in people. I believe in we've got to have good people as a foundation. And I know it sounds quite cliche, but I think to the extent that that's what makes the club. When you wear the badge, you represent things. And I think when it comes to the playing side, can we be as well-rounded? Jack of all trades, master of none. That's something I really hear, and I think that's something that if we can have that diversity amongst ourselves and how we play, we can go and approach games very, very differently, and that can begin to transpire into ways of being unpredictable, but more so develop our players and being really, really well-rounded to help that sort of period of time where things might get a bit tricky, and we're able to find new ways and be innovative and evolve on what's really positive.
Yeah, and it's going to be an exciting league division as well. I mean, the ladies are coming into this season after winning the Oxfordshire County Cup, but there's also some other teams with, bright expectations going into this league. I'm thinking about Wycombe Wanderers, and I'm thinking about Reading as well, who've kind of suffered a little bit of a lull from obviously the goings on behind the scenes, but we're looking to bounce back. It's a really exciting league as well. How much are you looking forward to getting stuck into the Southern Regional Football League this year?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in evolution over revolution. I think that we don't necessarily need a revolution to continue some of the positive. It's just about evolving on what we've done really well so far. But I think, again, strong opposition will help us. Iron sharpens iron. That's going to be the bit that is going to be the litmus test for how good we are. And we've got to consistently prove how good we are as a football club.
We sat here now inside the stadium. What are your first impressions of the club being here and actually in and around it? Obviously, I'm speaking to you whilst the first few trial sessions go on, so the work has already started, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the recruitment process is really important for us. Again, it's about bringing in good people, good footballers, and more importantly, we want to build from the player. Look at the player. How can we help your career? How can help us on our journey as a football club? And can we build them unities and build that opportunity? Because I think the environment, looking at the same time as us having our trial sessions, we've got the youth teams training, we've got the walking football training, we've got all them progressions are cited here. It's not just something we speak about. It's something that we can look at and physically see the proof in the pudding.
Yeah, exactly. And I suppose as well, I asked you a little bit before, earlier in the interview, but what for you as well, why Oxford City? Why did you want to come to this club?
It's the ambition. The ambition club is really something that pulled me towards it, and it's been something that's been well established both on the men's side and the women's side. It's been something that has been driving forwards. So hopefully that we can carry on that and fulfill that vision, because again the club are willing to put a lot into it. So it's about let's prove them right.
And of course, the ground here, the M Group Stadium, is shared by Oxford United Women as well. It is a women's National League stadium. Promotion would get Oxford City into that division. I won't go into that too much, obviously. But as well, there's all this, that's just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it, the women's first team? There's a whole ecosystem. We're going to have more youth players than ever before in the female pathway of the club. That's exciting as well, isn't it? I mean, it's really going from strength to strength here, and then you're going to be at the pinnacle of that. How excited does that make you feel?
It's the dream. It's the dream to have so many young girls willing to, you know, look at the first team as a legitimate pathway, and the fact that they're all turning into JPL leagues and looking to push themselves to be better. That's going to be the really key factor in, you know, making them stronger. And I think again, it's about one first and foremost building a love of the game, building a love for football, and that's what keeps you in the game. But more importantly, it's around the progression. Can we progress them up to the first team? Can they see that pathway? Can it be something they're looking up? Can we be in and around it physically rather than being there from a distance? And that's the bit that can continue that pathway and make that side and that development really strong for them.
Yeah, brilliant. And I will ask you one last question. I know it's been quite a long interview, so thank you. But let's just hear a little bit more about yourself. You're currently coaching at Tottenham Hotspur, and just give us a little bit of insight as into Lyon, the coach.
I think I'm again very people solution orientated, where I'll look at the person, I'll look at what we need to do to help you. We're not going to look at identifying your areas of weakness. We want to make people their best, and a big part of that is developing them to fulfill their strengths and that individual strengths, and how can we transmit that into the team, and how can we push each other to be better with their own environment. And my biggest thing is, can we work with the people? Can we work with the people? Can we bring them together? Can we make that unit really tight? Can we make it an environment people want to be a part of? Can we hear them before we walk in? Because that's a really important thing. And knowing that there is a strong presence here is going to be really important. That's something I'm really big on.
How much are you looking forward to being here in front of the fans now?
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Again, getting to know the people that really are driving it. And that should be their motivation.
All that's left to say now is thank you very much. Very best of luck, Leon. Welcome to Oxford City.
Thank you.